where's our brother Jay Dhaliwal?
How you doing,
we
man?
ain't done, baby. We got to bring him on stage right now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Jay Dhaliwal.
How you doing, Mark?
And Jay Dhaliwal, and we gotta give our shout out, the #1 world-renowned colorectal surgeon. Give it to me, Rankan.
Let's go. World famous colorectal surgeon. Let's bring her onto the stream. Put those 10s in the chat for Dr. Anna Toker.
Let's go.
Hey guys.
Oh man, everybody, who loves a little DJ Rankan? Can we? This
We
chat
love
is on
DJ
fire.
Seriously.
Yo, we
Let's
are
give-
fired up. We are fired up. TotalGut7's
Fired up.
here, baby. I can't wait.
Let's give a 10 for DJ Rankan. I got my green shirt on. I got our Total Gut right here. Tonight is all about you winning. It's about you understanding the power of VTT technology, of Super Patch. It's about understanding tech for your body's second brain. And more importantly, thank you for showing up. I've done a lot of launches, Jay.
So many.
This is the greatest virtual launch I've ever done. The attendance on this call, the activity in this chat.
It's
I want to first
unbelievable.
start off. Let's give each and every one of you a standing ovation. So please stand
Let's do
up.
it. Love.
Give yourself that.
Yeah,
Jay,
I'm filling it full of love here, bro.
Jay, I just want to, as we talk about tonight, and we have a whole flow, and we have Dr. Nicole Bramwell with us tonight. We have Rikki James with us tonight. This is going to be an interactive experience for you. We're going to ask you for the next 45 minutes. Be involved, be engaged, be active in the chat. DJ Rankan's emceeing. And I just want to open this up with Jay, with you. When you think about what you started, all the years by yourself, VTT technology, to see where we are now. Tell us how you feel right now about tonight, the launch of Total Gut, and the power of Super Patch.
Well, Mark, I'm just so proud and excited of this moment right now. Like, ladies and gentlemen, you have to understand that these things take so much time and so much planning. But even then, it's so hard to get it so right. Because any project, any plan, any initiative, any mission will never be bigger than the people around it. The people in it, the people in front of it, the people pushing it, the people filling it in. And first of all, I want to thank every single person on the call. I want to thank Mark, Anna, Rikki, Dr. Bramwell. I want to thank DJ Rankan and Jay in the background. That's the team on this. But equally, and even maybe more importantly, every single person that's on the call. This is about us. This is about our community. This is about our culture. This is about our mission. This is about what we're trying to bring to the world, right, Mark? And when I met Mark 3 years ago, Mark, it's been 3 years, man.
3 years,
June, it was
baby.
3 years.
Yes.
And, Mark has been on his own journey, ladies and gentlemen, for the last 25 years, 20 years of his life, trying to bring gut health and nutrition and 1% improvement in people's lives. And I've been on this other journey way over here, parallel journeys, right, for the better part of 20 years, trying to help the people that we love the most. Trying to help the people that we love the most. And it's that love that carries the way, like the seed of this, as for Mark, as it is for me, and as it is for Anna. I know because we talk so much, and I know for Rikki as well, and anybody that's really in the health space, the core of it is compassion. The core of it is caring that, hey, can we help someone? Can we help? Right? That's and everything grows out of that. Everything that I've done to date for the last 18 years has come from that love and that compassion. First for my mom and trying to help with her health and wellness. And over time, as I've seen the impact of the developments we've made. And when I watch and I've looked at and heard the stories of Mark and his journey, Mark, dude, you walk, it's like two different timelines, the same story, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's just unbelievable to me. Mark and I'll compare notes. Like, did this ever happen? I'm like, yeah, that happened. How about this? Yeah, that happened. How about this? Yeah, that happened. And ladies and gentlemen, sometimes in all the hype and all the excitement we get, it's easy to forget what it takes to get where we are. It's easy to forget. And so Mark, I want to thank you for your commitment for the last 20 years to your dream and your vision and your purity of what you're trying to do. And along your way, you met Anna Toker. I mean, like, you couldn't ask for a better friend, a better partner, a better co-developer than Anna. Anna's the smartest person in almost every room she's in. Like, she's that smart. I mean, super smart and super charismatic and super funny, as you all know, if you've ever heard Anna speak. But man, Mark, you're one of the best, if not the best. You're one of the best people I know, bro. And gang, aren't we lucky to have Mark? I just want to see some love from Mark, man. This guy is amazing. I want to see some love for Anna. I want to see some love for Rikki, and I want to see some love for Dr. Bramwell. I mean, these people don't get paid to do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're on the call tonight. We're going to bring this thing together, and we're going to change the world together, right?
Yeah.
And people say, I've had so many people reach out to me from all over the world. Like, Jay, what are you doing? Like, Superpatch your thing. You got this world-only tech, and now you're getting into this. I'm like, you don't understand. They just don't understand, gang, what we're doing, that the game we're playing is a different game, right? So this is the big picture. I'm going to give you a big picture. I'm going to break it down in a little picture. So, I want people just to really understand something that could completely change the way that we all think about our gut health, right? So we know, right? Like, you got to know that your brain and your gut are not operating in two different worlds, right? They're not in two different systems. They're in constant communication every second of every day, even when you're asleep, okay? So your brain, right, Mark, your spinal column, your autonomic nervous system, the vagus nerve, and the nervous system inside our gut, your gut all work together through what scientists and doctors, like smart people like Dr. Anna, call the brain-gut axis, right? And right at the center of this conversation is this crazy thing called the vagus nerve, right? Now, this thing, the vagus nerve, starts on the brainstem, so it's like the primal nerve, right? It starts in the brainstem, and it travels through our neck, our chest, our abdomen, connecting the brain with the hearts, the lungs, the stomach, the intestines, the liver, the pancreas, right? And it is one of the body's most important communication highways. And I want you to understand the word communication. Communication means information back and forth, right? So our central nervous system, using the vagus nerve, helps regulate the rest and digest system, right? The response. So it carries instructions from this thing called the brain to the digestive system. But here's the fascinating part, and Anna's going to talk about it more. She's smarter than I am. Most of its fibers carry information in opposite direction, from the gut, the organs, back to the brain, right? Because it's not a one-way street. It's a two-lane highway. So your gut is always constantly reporting back to our brain with what's going on, right? And it's communicating information about nutrients, about fullness, about digestive activity, inflammation, and the overall condition of that internal environment, which is very, very complicated, right? So if we want to support the gut balance, right, Mark, we can't think only about, what is happening inside the digestive tract, right? We got to think about also the neurological communication guiding it, right? And that's where our foundation, right, VTT, creates an entirely new conversation. This is what I've been working on for the last 18 years, right? So VTT, as we know, uses specially designed tactile ridges and patterns that interact with the sensory receptors in our skin, right? So those receptors, we know, convert touch into neurological information and send it to the sensory pathways toward the spinal cord and eventually to the brain, where it's interpreted. So simple terms, VTT uses touch to communicate to the nervous system, right? So its purpose is to provide what? Organized sensory input that can support neurological regulation, helping the system respond and adapt and move toward a more balanced state, right? We use the word homeostasis. Homeostasis is a fancy word for balance, right? That's all it is, right?
Neurobalance right there, Jay. That's it.
Right? Because we want to be in balance, right, bro? Because we don't want to be out of balance, right?
Jay, hold on one sec. I just want to share. We're getting texts. People are saying they're in the waiting room. We have a packed house. We still have room. There is no waiting room, everybody. So make sure you're using the link. You got to put, if you're not logged into Zoom, you got to put your name and your email, and then you'll come right in. No waiting room. So we don't have to accept people. You just come right in. Okay, Jay. Neurobalance and gut balance. We got to do a little bit of, because there's a lot of activity going on right now.
There's a lot of stuff going on, man. Right. So we got to do it. So listen, don't fear to interrupt. Like I'm so like, this is like, you know, like just a perfect match. And because so the nervous system is like directly connected to the gut, right? Supporting that neurological balance, right? It's so important. So when we get that in balance, we create a more favorable rest and digest environment, right? For normal digestive regulation. That's all it does, right? It's so important.
Yep.
But that's only half the solution. That's only half the opportunity when it comes to our gut, right? Because the gut also needs what? It needs the right nutritional support from the inside.
Yes.
And that's the magic that you made with TotalGut7.
Well,
right?
And Jay, what I love about this is when I met you 3 years ago in Anna, and I called Anna right away. And I want everyone tonight, this is a journey for you. We're going to take you down the story of Total Gut. We're going to educate you, empower you. You're going to hear some from Rikki James, Dr. Bramwell. You're going to hear from Dr. Toker. So we're doing it. The most important thing to kick off the show, though, was to understand the foundation of what we're doing. Was when I met Jay Dhaliwal to understand the technology of VT Tech. I'm a nutritionist. I'm a kinesiologist. I've helped millions of people understand food. Anna is a worried now colorectal surgeon. Amazing. We deal with physiological balance. Jay created neurological balance. We never saw it to this point. So the combination, when people say, Jay, you have super patch, you should just stick with that. This is a drug-free wellness. We've got everyone right now. Type in drug-free wellness. This is a global drug-free wellness movement. It's what it stands for. And it's a combination of the best neurotech in the world, created from my brother, Jay Dhaliwal, not my actual brother from another mother. Some people thought we were real brothers. We could be. Real right here. True story. And then right here with your the combination. And we're going to train you on this. And we're launching, as Rankan said, an incredible weekly call that we're kicking off this Wednesday. So you're going to learn all about that. And what we want to do is take you on this adventure tonight.
Listen, we put them two together. So what we built with Super Patch at VTT and now with TotalGut7, we're bringing it together. A complete system, right? A complete system to support that ultimate positive possible outcome, brain to body, gut to body communication, right? So I'll give you an analogy, and I'm going to wrap it up because there's so many important things to talk about tonight. Gang, listen, we all have cars, right? We all drive vehicles. We all have, and lately the cars are so complicated, right? So VTT is talking to your computer system in your car, which regulates everything, right? Because if the electronic control module, which is the central nervous system of the brain, if that goes down, your car ain't starting. It doesn't matter. Yep. Doesn't matter if you got all the wheels on. It doesn't matter if the air's tight on the wheels. Doesn't matter if you got a full tank of gas. It doesn't matter. Okay? So what VTT does is it makes sure that ECM, the electrical control module, our brain, is working right. And it just regulates it to make sure it's working correctly. So the windows go up and down, the AC buttons work. When you start, it starts, right? And what's total? So the car's going to run smoothly. It's going to run great. Now, what's TotalGut7? TotalGut7 is the quality of the motor oil in the engine. Mm-hmm. So that engine, the insides, the guts, the horsepower is running high quality. It's that super duper, super slick motor oil to make sure that everything is running the right way.
Love it.
Because listen, because what happens, because that oil gets glunky, chunky, and sticky, icky, pooey, right? So we gotta make sure it's the motor oil. It's the premium Le Mans F1 motor oil that goes in the engine to make sure all the things are creating the right horsepower. So listen, this is what happens. If you have great motor oil, but the ECM isn't working right, your car is not going to go right. Okay, right? Doesn't matter.
Yes.
So if the ECM's like glitching out, and the AC's not working, or the windshield wiper's not working, or it's or then you get something called misfiring. When the ECM is off, and you got a glitch in the system, you get a misfire, right? So that's not good. But if the ECM is working right, but you got cruddy oil in the engine, it ain't going to work right. It's going to work, but you're not going to get the horsepower. You're going to have some bad smoke coming out of the rear end. You're going to have some gas. You're going to have some issues. Right, Anna? It's what happens.
Yeah, it does.
It happens.
And Jay,
you're going to burn. It's going to be a stinky car. It's going to smell bad. It's going to, so it's going to happen. I'm just telling you how it works. Right?
Speaking my language. No, for sure.
If you want an F1 body of a car, if you want to win the Indianapolis 500, if you want to win it all, you got to have the ECM tuned to performance. That's what Super Patch does. Like, I have a lot of sports cars. I get them tuned up. Although they're the best, I tune them up. I tune up the ECM. And then I only use 94 octane in my cars. Why? Because I got to get the best. Yep. But the motor oil still needs to be changed. It still needs to be cleaned out. And that's what TotalGut7 does. It's what it does.
Which gives you a super gut, Jay. That's the power of it. That's combination.
So what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, is it's not an or conversation. This is an and conversation. We got to get neurological homeostasis, neurological performance right here. Right? It's peel. It's patch. It's perform. And then we add the super duper TotalGut7, so our bodies are actually doing what they're built to do the right way. The right way.
Let's go.
Right?
Let's go,
that's
man.
That's how we do it. Mark, that's how we do it. I'm not playing.
So
right?
that's how we do it.
This is how we roll.
No. So this is how we roll, and that's what we're going to focus on for the next 30 minutes. We're going to ask everyone to type in ready right now. So we have a power pack. I'm going to spend the next 6 minutes taking you through our TotalGut7 side. Anna's going to come in and talk about the 7 steps of digestion. Then we got Dr. Bramwell coming in, and she's going to talk about when we think about menopause, when we think about women's health, and everything that you're going to optimize. And then we have Rikki James coming in. And Rikki James is going to be talking about the quality of Total Gut. She's got some success stories. And then we're going to introduce Rancan. We're going to have a dance party somewhere in this show where they're going to introduce what's coming Wednesday and our new community that each and everywhere you're going to join tonight, where you're going to be able to collaborate, communicate, get live videos from Jay, myself, Anna, each and every one of you to win. So if we're ready,
Mark, one thing before you start, everyone, I need you to ping your friends, your family, your teammates, your fellow affiliates, customers, whoever it is, they need to get on right now. Mark, I need 15 seconds. Everyone, get them on the call. 15, 14, 13.
Get them on.
12, 11, 10. Imagine if I couldn't count backwards. That'd be so embarrassing. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Over to you, bro.
Boom. And listen, and we understand if some people said they can't get on, it's live for everyone to come on. We have a full house, but we still have room. We are recording this, and it's going to, guess what? About 30 minutes after this call, it's going to be in the community. That's why you're going to join it. Okay, so we're ready. Let's go, JD. I love that. We're all becoming F1 from this side.
That's it.
Now, this is where we think about, this is the number one thing when we go to superpatch.com. Right here under this little nav bar, you see Shop TotalGut7. Bam. We're going to be focusing on that. But I want to first start off. When we look at this and we look at this site, I want to remember, Jay talked about why VTT matters. And I think stories are important. This is me and my dad. When I was 16 years old, my dad was in his 40s. And my dad had something called pylori bacteria B. And he had massive ulcerations from the stress of life. Amazing. My best man at my wedding, my best friend growing up. And I watched him for 25 years suffer with digestion until he passed in 2016. I watched my wife, Abby, suffer from the moment I met her in 1993 with IBS, with acid reflux, with all these things that are just basically your gut is not working for you. There's no medical claims, there's no diseases or anything like that. The reality is this: if you can train your body, and Dr. Anna is going to talk about this, to optimize your digestive system in a one-way highway by actually creating neural balance with the VTT technology, bringing biotech balance and physical balance from a digestive balance with TotalGut7, you can create this one-way highway. When I think about these two things, it wakes me up every single day to fight for this. Abby's mother lost her large intestine. I've worked with millions of people around the world. Anna's worked with, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000 colonoscopies and patients. We see the heartache in this. And when we think about what Jay experienced with VTT, the combination of this. So I want everyone right now, as we dive into this, think about someone that you know that feels a little more bloated, feels like they're not as regular as they should be, feels like their digestive health needs to be there. But what makes TotalGut7 so powerful is if you might say, Mark, I don't have any digestive challenges. Trust me, you probably could be a little bit sharper. You could probably improve a little bit more. And that's what we're going to dive into tonight. We created this product. We partnered Jay's VTT technology, Super Patch, the best neurotech in the world. When you think about the best biotech in the world, the combination of the two create the outcome for you to live the greatest life. That's a commitment with Super Patch. That's a commitment. Jay put that stake in the ground. And as we go through this, I want to make sure that you own that you think about the people that you love and the difference we can make. And as we talk about the program, we talk about the site, it comes back down to one solution, 7 pathways. Tech for your body's second brain. And I remember when Jay and we did that, it's NSF Sports certified. And we're going to talk about the quality standards we're committed to when Rikki James comes on and talks about that. But it's very simple. Right when you come to the site, if you're new and you say, how do I get it? Connect with whoever invited you here. We have so many great affiliates that are part of the Super Patch family. Connect with them. When you think about from the aspect, very easy to shop. If you feel like you're saying, oh, wait, Mark, I'm already an affiliate. Well, we have special promos for you in your back office. So wherever you come, whether you're a customer, maybe you wanted to learn more, you can start now and start experiencing this. When we think about myself and meeting Dr. Anna, and I'll tell more about Dr. Anna when we introduce her, about how I called her 4 years ago. This is the 4th version of our product to make it the best in the world. And there is nothing like Jay Dhaliwal, the neuro pioneer that he is. I love that title for him. We think about this, and I'm just going to reshare. I'm going to refresh this because I wanted to show you how cool this is. Look at everything come in. 7 pathways. And when you have all 7, your digestive system is working. Think of a pain point that you might have right now. What's not working in your digestive system? What's not working in your body? Most likely, it's because it's on a one-way highway. You're not implementing the necessary things to churn it up, to break it down, to build it stronger, to feel the burn, to repel the nasties, to gently expel, to rise and excel. Dr. Anna is going to talk about this, but this is beyond when we think about just TotalGut7. We want you to win from the beginning. This is going to be live in the community right when we show at the end of the show. And it's a wellness guide. It's committed to you to win 30 days. Now, remember, I talk so much about 1% because growing up, I couldn't speak. And it was the greatest thing that my dad taught me, that I can improve my speech 1% at a time. And if I can work 1%, I could become the person I wanted to be. I could understand and communicate with people. Your health, wherever you sit, we speak to you where you are. It's about you understanding 1%. And there's 5 simple things that you're going to do. You're going to wear it, which is going to patch up. You're going to take your TotalGut7. You're going to drink your water. You're going to move your body, and you're going to eat as clean as you can. This is the simplicity of how it can be. So imagine the 5 ways. I want everyone to type in 5. 5 ways to show up for yourself. You wear it right there. You're going to wear it. You're going to patch up, just like Jay said. You're going to peel, place, and go. You're going to take it. You're going to take your TotalGut7, and you're going to support your gut. You're going to drink up 2 to 3 liters a day of water. If you're thirsty, that's a problem. You're going to start early, refill often. You're going to move daily, where you're going to get your body. And if you can say, Mark, 30 minutes is too much, go for 5 minutes. You're going to go your pace, your way, and you're going to eat well. We know, and so much about what we're going to start sharing in the wellness signal. We're going to give you real strategies in the community. We're going to talk about why gluten is challenging from an inflammatory aspect. We're not going to ask you to have to change your lifestyle. We're going to empower you and educate you and give you the knowledge to make the choices that you need to do so that you can eat the way you want to feel. You can fuel your body just like that race car. And then you're going to make it stick. Build the habits. Have your super patch there. Keep the capsules beside. Carry your water. We're going to help you in over these 30 days. And these 30 days turn into habits. Week 1, you focus on showing up for yourself. Week 2, you find your rhythm. Week 3, you build the momentum. And week 4, you make it yours. This is how simple it is. It's not about having to start over. It's about just starting where you are, 1% at a time. And when you can do that, everything flows. And then this is our tracker. When you look at this 30-day wellness tracker, it's going to be right here in the community. You can download it tonight. It's very simple. You want to win? You just simply do this every single day. I won. I won. I won. I won. I won. And maybe one day you don't feel like you win on one of those. It's okay. Progress over perfection. Every morning I wake up and I make my bed. When I do that, I win for that day. 100%. Every day you wake up and you put your patch on, you win. Every day you take your Total Gut, you win. Every day you drink a glass of water, you win. Every day you move your body, you win. Every day that you eat a little bit cleaner, you win. I'm going to ask everyone right now to stand up. You're on this live. Jay just said exactly what it is. Think about how you won today, Rancan. Think about how they won. And that's what TotalGut7 is all about. It was a commitment through 15 years and 4 versions of this product with working with every country, with 66 countries, 6 continents, every culture, every type of digestive system to work with it, to understand that if we can do the right formulation, we can win, we can design it. And as I bring Anna in and we do this, I just want to go back to understanding the science of what we developed here. When you come right here, you can see, and we have the chat going, so I have to move. You can look at the supplement facts. This was created to address all 7 steps of your digestion from the enzymes. And we've done a thing where in Punta Cana about your digestive system. And this is what we're going to be training in the community, that you have mechanical digestion and chemical digestion. And your body's goal is simple. Take the food you eat and break it to the simplest form. And if your neurotech is locked in and your biotech with TotalGut7 is locked in, everything works. So whatever the challenges are, we design this pure, clean, simple, designed to help you win. And one of the greatest things is this spore formula in Biotep7 is that most probiotics, they die when they're in a capsule because they die during the manufacturing process because they're not refrigerated. We chose a spore formula. So that spore formula right there, it awakens in your digestion. And this is what we have seen. And you can hear some of the success stories from Rikki James. But this is the movement. We can't cover all tonight. What I'm going to ask each and every one you do is think about, why do you love Super Patch? If you're new, why now you understand why Super Patch matters. It is your mechanism. It is your neurotech. And when you think about TotalGut7, it has truly been my life's work to get it to this point. And 4 years ago, when I had our 3rd product, and it was good because Abby's been my test, Jay. We've talked about this. And I had a product that was good for her, but it wasn't life-changing. And Rancan knows everything's going to be life-changing to me. And I called the best, as Jay says, I called the #1 colorectal surgeon in the world, Dr. Anna Toker. And I said, Dr. Anna, please help me. Please help me make this product the best ever. And 4 years ago, we went to work. And what you have is TotalGut7. We did a 10,000 person pilot. We have seen the results with this of all different levels. And Dr. Anna is going to talk to you about the 7 steps. But I want everyone to understand Jay's commitment. It means the world to me that someone who has the greatest technology right here in Super Patch, Jay Dhaliwal could have easily said, I'm going to run with this tech and I'm going to do this because this is life-changing tech. But his commitment is drug-free wellness. His commitment is that, can we do better? Can we actually speak to people? And he never sacrifices what the world needs for his own needs. I've watched him. He's my best friend. And I just want everyone to understand that's why this product is life-changing. That's why this product is life-changing. And side by side, we are helping people live their greatest health, and we're speaking to people where they are. It's taken us 5 generations to become drug dependent. It's going to, as Jay says, 5 generations to not be drug dependent. We pay it forward, and side by side, we do this. And with that being said, Jay, I'd love us to bring in Dr. Anna Toker, and Dr. Anna is going to take us down the journey of the 7 steps of digestion.
I will. This is a total passion project for me, as you can imagine. Oh, and I get tunes. Okay. Total passion project for me. Okay, so we all know this is a super patch crowd. So you absolutely know that VTT, the vibrotactile technology, puts your neurologic pathways into homeostasis. And that's an awesome thing. For that to be at its most optimal function, as Jay was saying, it takes more than just the act of a nerve working. How does that nerve work? It has to be insulated in a proper way, and it has to have functioning neurotransmitters. And as it turns out, the insulation that your body uses around nerves comes from the GI tract, as does the neurotransmitters. And you cannot take a supplement that contains the fatty acids that wrap around your nerves, and you cannot take the neurotransmitters to go into your brain. It just does not work that way. The way God designed this system is that the bacteria that live within your gut, in combination with the way your gut is designed to function, creates these substances naturally, and they naturally will go straight up the vagus nerve, as Jay talked about, to insulate those nerves and then have neurotransmitters with which you function. So this is why the gut is considered that second brain. If the first brain cannot work, if the second brain is not working, and this is the challenge of modern life, that inflammatory substances in the foods that we consume, the stress of daily life, and just the active time on this planet starts to throw off this system. Now, the GI tract looks really simple, right? It's a tube. It's a continuous tube. It starts from your lips and it goes all the way, to your hiney area. And it's just one long tube. But that tube is broken up into very distinct segments, and each of those segments has a very distinct function, and each of those functions are timed. So they have to kind of fire off at the right time so that it works in a one-way direction. Otherwise, you've got parts of the GI tract fighting against each other, which is effectively what is causing IBS symptoms. So IBS is not really a disease. It's a constellation of symptoms of which we really don't know what causes it, except patients with these symptoms all exhibit basically the same thing: belly bloat, they have either diarrhea or constipation, they eat something, they have like acid reflux. Things are just not coordinated properly. And fortunately for you, on this planet and exposed to humanity for thousands of years happen to be all the natural substances with which your body uses to naturally coordinate these things. So with that in mind, the way that ancient cultures used to gather for meals, they took their time. They started a meal with a bitter substance, a bitter digestive, so to speak. They added fermented foods to that had prebiotic and probiotics within them, and even digestive enzymes in there. They are taking certain spices that have anti-inflammatory properties, and then they finish the meal with a taste of either anise or fennel or licorice. That flavor actually helps get the road going the proper direction. So all these flavors that make food savory in a meal, a full-fledged enjoyment meal, is what God designed your body to require for the system to work. Now, in the modern world, we don't eat like that anymore. We eat on the run, we eat processed food. Nobody likes bitter. Everybody likes extra sugar, which is inflammatory, et cetera, et cetera. And we're all under stress. So when you try to recreate an ancient meal in the modern time, as Jay and Mark already alluded to, you kind of need to patch up. This is why a peace patch is so important, because it realigns that stress pathway to allow you just to sort of at least feel like you're taking your time, even though you're not, right? So peace patch is clutch to this process because it slows down the stress pathway. And in the presence of stress, your GI tract does not function properly, which is why the peace patch is so important. Liberty is also very important because it helps the homeostasis of the brain and the autonomic nervous system. So those two patches sort of tell our brain we're having a nice, relaxing meal and we're in parasympathetic tone. And that's an important part of any meal. Now, I know a lot of you don't like bitter things, and a lot of us are living in the modern world. If you can do your best to avoid inflammatory foods, and then if you can add ancient meal in a capsule, that's effectively what Total Gut is doing. It's recreating that ancient meal to allow these 7 steps of digestion. So basically, the upper part of the digestive system is going to be you churning and burning. What that means is you've chewed your food, digestive enzymes, acid in your stomach, bile from your liver are all getting together and ruminating around in the stomach. And that is important. Stomach acid is critically important, and somehow it's been made the villain in the modern era, but your reflux is not being caused by acid. Your reflux is being caused by dysfunction of the GI tract. Okay, so you want acid, you want digestive enzymes, you want bile. When those things all get together, they start to break it down. They're breaking down food. The fats, the carbs, the proteins need to be broken down into elemental units that your body can absorb. When that system is functioning properly at the stomach, the duodenal, and the upper jejunal area, the upper part of the GI tract, what it is going to do is create an environment, frankly, that is hostile. And you want it to be hostile. Bacteria don't belong up there. Patients who do not make acid in their stomachs, who don't have digestive enzymes, who aren't chewing their food properly, are attracting bacteria from the colon higher up into the GI tract, which means, your gut is functioning kind of like an open sewer at that point, which is why you get belly bloat and the belching and the reflux, because the system is becoming stagnant like a sewer, right? So you got to have a harsh upper environment to repel the nasties, right? You've got to build up the intestinal tract with the anti-inflammatories and with the normal byproducts that good bacteria make. When you do those things, you are chasing away bad guys. And then you're also allowing for that one-way highway that allows you to poop the stuff out, not in a dysfunctional way like you have IBS, diarrhea, or gas, bloat, constipation situation, but normal GI function. It goes in one way, it comes out the other way, nice, smooth, steady function, okay? If that is what's going on in your GI tract, give it time. Because within weeks, and yes, sometimes months, depending on how bad the system starts out, you will actually regain a lot of your health, because human disease all starts with GI tract dysfunction. So when you have inflammation in the GI tract, it becomes chronic medical illness. And so if we're trying to find the path before the pill, if we're trying to find, wellness without medicine, or medication-free wellness, right? The best way to do that is naturally, and the best way for us to engage in that naturally is to fix our GI systems. So you patch it up, and then you take these pills, capsules, before a meal. 10 or 15 minutes before a meal would be ideal, but anytime during that meal, if you forgot, is fine, because you want it to function like a meal. It is part of the meal. Your just ancient culture meal is in this little capsule. Take it with what you're eating. And in this way, you're recreating the way your body is naturally supposed to exist in parasympathetic homeostasis, in a normal balanced meal, balanced digestion.
And I love you said ancient meal in a capsule. That is like the coolest thing, Jay. That's like tech for the second brain in that. And everyone, yes, we're seeing the comments. I want to just make two things. Anyone that is pregnant, breastfeeding, we did not intend this for pregnant women, breastfeeding women, anyone with any medical challenges, please talk to your doctor.
100%.
Remember, this is what we always want to share on this. Now,
Yes.
Jay talked about VTT. I kind of gave you the understanding of TotalGut and where we are. Anna just blew her mind. Now, this is a key. Who loved Dr. Anna's explanation of that? Who wants more Jay Dhaliwal? This is why we're launching a community. And Anna, after this, is going to give you more information. Jay's going to be doing more information. So I don't want anyone to say, I need more of this. Guess what? You're going to have it every single day. You're going to sign up the community. It's free on Facebook. And you're going to get training. You're going to get loved on. And then every single week, we're going to have the wellness signal. Now, we have two more incredible guests. We got Dr. Nicole Bramwell, and then we have Rikki James. So no one go anywhere. Everyone stand up, move your body. We got about 15 minutes, put 15 in the chat. 15 minutes is an hour launch, but we got DJ Rancan in the house. So Rancan, take us on an energy break for a minute. Let's go.
Let's do it right now. It is time to get going. I need y'all back up on your feet. And if you feel excited, if you are loving what you're seeing so far, and if you are ready to start getting your oil changed, I need you to drop it in the chat right now that you're ready to go, because we have two more amazing speakers. We got another 15 minutes in us, right, chat? If you're ready to keep going, I need you to say, I'm ready, in the chat right now. TG7, it's on the official launch party. Let's go, Mark. Let's get into it. The chat is rolling right now. I love to see it. I love to see it.
The chat is rolling, Rancan. And without further ado, you keep that going. Everyone, 30 years in the industry as a medical doctor. She has changed the world. She is leading the movement of women's health. She is one of Dr. Anna's besties. It's her first Super Patch Live. Give it a shout out. Live from Orlando, Florida, my home state now. The one, the only, Dr. Nicole Bramwell.
Let's hear it.
All
right.
Dr. Bramwell, can I be your hype person? Do you like that?
I love the hype person. I love it. I love it. I don't think you can be any other kind of way.
So Nicole, thank you so much for jumping on. Dr. Anna, when she said, oh, Dr. Bramwell's coming on, she's so excited. So you've been a medical doctor. I mean, you've done so much in this space. The first thing is you've been a patch person. You've been loving the patches, understanding it. You've been teaching about women's health. Walk us through the VTT technology and what it's done with the women you work with and the patients you work with.
Wow. So that's loaded. That's definitely loaded. So first of all,
no easy questions here, Nicole.
No, right? Not with this crew. So it is in the simplicity of using the patch. So one of the biggest issues that happens when ladies come to me, mostly ladies come to me, is that the complicated things that they've heard about how to get their health in order is just awful. When I can turn around and say, let's get your body in balance and just, hey, use this patch and peel and stick it on.
Yeah.
Well, where do I put it, Dr. Nicole? Put it wherever you like. Put it on your body. Wear the patches. Given simplicity, that's always my answer. I don't care if you don't understand it, it doesn't matter. Put the patches on because they're going to help you. And once we can do that and remove like complexity and all of that, then someone can actually listen to what needs to be done for their body. So VTT, this was my philosophy. You know, when this came out and I saw that first video, Nina showed me that video, I'm like, oh my gosh, if this exists, where do I sign? Where do I sign? Because it was just so, it captured my attention because the brain is it. And we may not understand everything, but that's where it starts.
And Dr. Nicole, when you think about that, now the VTT, and you teach gut health as well. So walk us through how what you've seen from the point of just the importance of, like, once you're patching, and now as you learned from Jay and Anna, when we think about TotalGut, what's your excitement about this and the actual power about an ancient meal in a capsule?
Absolutely. And I love that, Dr. Toker, that you say that. I'm gonna steal that.
You can.
All right.
It's
I don't know
all
if I'm gonna
yours.
continue to give you credit, but I'm gonna steal it. But so now in order for the gut to be right, we actually have to use it. So this is the perfect marriage, because yes, we can use the neural system to get things in order, but in order for the gut to work properly, you got to actually use the gut. And as a pediatrician, that was like the thing. You can't have kids on no food. You can't not feed. You can't go with not feeding them, because things start to deteriorate. Health starts to deteriorate when you don't use the gut. And so this is the perfect marriage of this biotech. And so many people, I think you alluded to it, and Jay and Dr. Toker, about that people think of things disconnected, like they're not together. And the thing is, all of this is together. And when we hear about ladies going in, or even gentlemen going into the doctor, and you say it's a hormone problem, you know, you're in andropause, you're in menopause, you're in perimenopause, and oh, it's your hormones. Well, guess what? Your hormones have governing going on in your gut and your brain. So we can't just tell people that. And it's all connected. It's going to affect other systems. And so having this married together now is going to be, I mean, this is going to be explosive. We're just going to make so many people so well. It's going to be incredible.
And you know what's exciting, everyone? Everyone just get some excitement for Dr. Bramwell, because Dr. Bramwell is going to start being a featured doctor in our Wellness Signal community. So what we're going to show, because I got another question for you, Dr. Bramwell. Everyone, before we're going to have one more question, Dr. Bramwell, then we got Rikki James coming to close us out. Right here, welcome to the Wellness Signal community. This community, we're going to put it right here. Everyone, please go. Please make sure you join it. I'm putting it in the chat. I think the chat's pretty fire, so type it down, but it's the Wellness Signal. Dr. Bramwell, you're going to start sharing information. I'm going to ask you a question, and I, of course, have one for Jay Dhaliwal about this community. We're kicking off the Wellness Signal premiere. We're doing every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. We're going to bring the best health experts in the world. We're going to be doing a spotlight on VTT, spotlight on TG7, on TotalGut7. What do you think the importance is from a community side? Because when you think about this is a place where you can collaborate with one another. They have a direct access to you. They can ask the questions. What's the importance of community?
Well, you know, thinking about trainings by Nina Moore, who's an amazing trainer and leader, you know, it's your standard. So the standard here at Super Patch is top notch, right? The highest. And so what happens with people that they've gotten wrong information, incorrect information, mixed signals, and what have you, what we will do here is actually make sure that the information is accurate and make sure that people can actually make good choices because they have great information.
Dr. Bramwell, you're going to be featured in that group. When I first met you, just the power about you and what you bring, and this is what we want to bring to each and every one of you. Tonight's the launch of Total Gut. But when you understand the VTT, you understand the movement of drug-free wellness, you understand about the importance of your gut health. We want to educate, inspire, and collaborate with each and every one of you. We want you to have the source of information, because at the end of the day, you are the decision maker for your health. Jay, before we wrap and bring in our special guest, Rikki James, as we talk about quality, just share community and why it matters so much for Super Patch.
Mark, I'm listening to Anna and Nicole and yourself. I can't listen, gang. When I started this, and I'm sure, Mark, when you started this, there were no esteemed MDs and researchers and surgeons and women's health experts on the team, right? I was, and I know, Mark, you were, we've talked about it, I was on the pointy end of the ridicule stick, getting poked.
Yes.
Being told that I should stay in my lane, that I should stick with software and tech, and why are you doing this? And you don't need to do this. And so that journey was very solitary, right? As you can imagine, Mark, I know it was for you. And anytime that you sit on on a journey of personal discovery of who you are and why the good creator put us here, you have to confront a lot of things internally. And then on this journey, I've been collecting friends. We've been building this fellowship, right? This fellowship of the patch, this fellowship.
Yes, the fellowship of the patch.
It's really what it is, because every time a life changes, people are like, you know what? My life just changed. And I said, yeah, I know. Isn't that amazing? Every time I get a message that says, hey, my mom, my dad, my sister, my son, my daughter, my child, my brother, my friend, my neighbor, hey, Jay, you should need to hear this. And I love hearing it. I love those stories because it validates the fight. It validates the challenge, right? And ladies and gentlemen, what we've built here is a community of free thinkers, of sovereign believers, of people that don't accept the stat in all different ways. Not that everybody's the same, and I don't want everybody to be the same, but we've realized as a community and as a family that there's another way, that there's a path that we have a choice to, that in the fork in the road of our health and wellness of ourselves and our families and the ones that we love in our communities, we have a choice. And for me, it's that choice. It's my human right to have that choice, my God-given right to take care of myself and my family the way that I choose. And that's why we've gone on a community building, right? And then I'll say this, and maybe it's not the right place, and Mark, I don't want to be the guy, but and the reason we got
Rikki, so make sure like we don't steal any Rikki's thunder if you got special stuff to say. Okay.
And the reason is this: we're talking about community. The community is this, gang. We win as a community. We win as a team. Where one goes, we all go. Why? Why is it uphill? Why is this so seemingly so challenging? Because the system, the them, the they, the system doesn't want us here. They don't want us, the thousands of on this call. They don't want us on this call. They don't want us taking care of ourselves without a pill. They don't want us taking care of ourselves with some invasive thing that can maybe have some side effects and hurt us. They don't want us together, bro. I'm telling you right now. People say, Jay, why do you do this community thing for?
Say it.
I go, they just don't want us together. They don't want us doing it this way. Adam knows. Nicole knows. Mark, you know. I know. I've got cards on my desk offering me king ransoms to kill the community.
Yep.
To sell it out. To take the money. To take the dough and go. Mark, I'm telling you. I keep telling them
you're on free wellness, Jay.
No.
And you know
we won't do it, right? And
you know what's
brother, last thing. What's gonna get us there, gang, is the community, is the friendship, is the trust, is the belief. That's it. Nothing. The currency of this is compassion, love, trust. That's it. There's no other currency. That's the coin of this realm. And if we share it and we trade in it, we're going to win. That's all I got to say.
I love it. But Jay, what I love is it leads right into our final guess, everybody. And listen, we're going to finish strong on this. We finished. This has been a call. Who's enjoyed this call? I wanted to share. There's something called NSF certified sport. That means that every single package of Total Gut, raw materials tested, the manufacturing facility has to be NSF sport. It means that by being certified sport, it means every batch is tested on that lot number. And to me, that was great. Like, man, we're NSF sport certified. We're locking, we're rocking.
Not so much.
And then Jay's all, yeah, but did you, and then you talk about certificate analysis and you get like your 4 heavy metals and, oh man, we look so good. And then Jay's all, have you talked to Rikki? And Rikki James is an advocate.
Sorry.
She's a fighter. She has, Rikki, you have how many children? Is it 8?
8
children?
Yeah.
8 children. I mean, just that alone is hero status. And Rikki came, and when we think about this, Jay said, you got to talk to Rikki. And Rikki, just like how Dr. Anna, when I met Dr. Anna, blew my mind. When I met Jay, blew my mind. Dr. Bramwell blew my mind. Rikki showed me a world that didn't exist, that I didn't understand. actually a lab called Purity Labs that does 24 heavy metals, that does full toxicology, that we are taking this because your neighbor can make a product. Your neighbor can make a supplement. So you need your third-party verifications. We are truth tellers. We are challenging every supplement in the industry to rise to the standard so that people know what's in their product and what they're taking. We're not backing down. So Rikki James educated me on this. So Rikki, talk to us about what's coming to the website and how we're taking this on.
Well, I love that I got to follow what Jay just said because, yeah, like Jay, I've lived on the pointy end of that stick for over 20 years, right? Like, I know how that feels. I've lived there. A side note to that, too, you guys, is a lot of us here think that because we're in health and wellness and in supplements that we're outside of the system. I'm going to tell you right now, the system has been infiltrated, okay? Supplements they are big pharma's dirty little cousin, and they are getting worse by the day. And you want to know whether or not your company's been infiltrated? What are you going to do? Go ask for the COA. You see the testing, okay? But here's the thing, because this is what we're doing for you guys. We are not only going to show you the full COA, but we are doing major testing on top of that. The reports we're getting, it's like 900 plus different compounds, right? Pesticides, herbicides, toxins of all kinds, not just for heavy metals. We're giving you a full panel of 24 different heavy metals. We're testing these down to the parts per billion. One of the only labs in the country that does this. Okay, but not only are we doing that, the reason that our website isn't up yet is because we're working so hard to make sure you don't just have access. We are actually teaching you how to read it. Because if you don't know how to read the COA, what does it matter? I've seen a few companies stick them out there and I can spot them every time because they won't put the serving. They'll do something really silly where you think, oh yeah, that looks good. No, it's not. It's all BS. So the system has been infiltrated, okay? And we're here to not just show what we're gonna do because, hey, here's the thing. When you guys see who we're gonna introduce you to, who's helping us do this and the lab and these guys, it's gonna blow you away. It's gonna blow you away. But on top of that, again, we're releasing all of it so that you know, and then you're gonna be able to turn around and ask every other company out there, oh, you're repping that company? Let me see your COA. How do you actually know it's clean? Because nobody knows it's clean, right? I found out the hard way. We all have our passion projects, right? My side passion project is this. My children were permanently harmed by products that I trusted to be safe and clean. I didn't know until it was too late. It wasn't just my children, there were other children. And guys, I didn't know. I know now, and it's not happening on my watch, right? It's not happening on Super Watch. Not only that, though, we are making sure that we're rising to a standard. We will be featured with this lab and a whole ton of other companies that are doing it right so that we are going to be the ones on display saying, you want clean products? That right there, we're already top 1% of what this lab tests for. We're going to be
1% in the world, Rikki. 1% in the world.
Right. Exactly, right? So this is so huge, you guys. You think, like, I'm so tired of companies telling us and people telling us, oh, just, you can trust us. Guys, I don't want you to trust me. I want you to read it yourself and you to know yourself and you to understand that we actually do have the best. That's what I want, okay? And that's what we're all going to have within this next week. And we're going to have it forever. And we're only ever going to get better. And that's pretty much the most exciting thing ever, right? Yeah, everybody, I see y'all in the comments,
yes.
Right? This is major bragging,
man,
right?
That is some fire. Put some fire emojis in that chat because Rikki, even Rankin said it. Brought the fire, and that's what we do. So Rikki, as we wrap, before we wrap, and Jay gives our party thoughts, and then Rankin, no one go, because we have a dance party. We're gonna do official Total Gut launch in about 2 minutes to celebrate the official launch of this product. Rikki, give us, I know you have people that, and Rikki's going to be in the group educating, empowering. I know you have a few success stories. Walk us through them.
I'll do them really fast because they are every single day I get them, and I usually turn right around and share them with Mark because I like to hear Mark cry. It's my daily
I do
thing.
Cry
right?
a lot. You make me cry.
I love it.
I'm like, here's your story of the day, Mark. Okay, so one of my girlfriends, she's super holistic. One of the most holistic people I know. Still has digestion issues. Made one of her favorite dips full of all kinds of veggies. always has issues eating it, called me and was like, and she's also a total foodie. So she's not going to be on any diet ever in her life, ever. And she called me so excited because she was able to eat that dip and have zero bloating, zero issues. The next morning had a perfectly flat tummy, super pumped. So that's one. Second one, I have a friend. Here's a little fact for you guys. Listen, and not everybody knows this, it's okay. But if you're eating 2 to 3 times a day, guys, you have to be eliminating 2 to 3 times a day. Like if you are not good for you, okay? Friend of mine, very close friend, I love her, top of this company, did not know this about her, and I'm not saying your name because you probably don't want it out there, but she is only going to the restroom once or twice per week since childhood. Okay, guys, that is not good. Okay, after the first full day on the product, she is going to the restroom, still is now. A week later, every single day, y'all, that is so life-changing, right? Okay, and third one. Another friend has been on antibiotics over and over for bladder infection, and that wrecks your system, right? And no matter what she's done, she can't get things balanced. Day 2 after being on the digestive enzymes, and her urine is clear again. Like, this is so big because, you know, guys, when you're on antibiotics, you're killing everything. You're killing all the good and all the bad. So replenishing afterwards is so huge. She called me, same thing. Like, actually, she sent me voice messages. Rikki, are you kidding me? You're not gonna, like, I have struggled with this for months and months and months. And on day 2, you're telling me I'm seeing results. Like, come on, this is so cool. Read in the comments right now, you guys. Go there and read everybody's testimony because it's so good.
Oh, Rikki, your fire is just unbelievable. And Anna, I know Anna's going to do videos on everything Rikki just said in the community. So it's been an incredible night, everybody. Each and every one of you. The flow, the education. I want to just share a couple things. Before Jay does party thoughts and Rancan, we do a little bit of dance party. To get started, if you want to start with your total gut journey, you want to start your super patch journey, you just go to super patch, connect with the person who brought you here. As once again, if you're a customer, you're new, dive into it, connect with that person. If you're already an affiliate, make sure you go to your back office. If you want to say, oh, Mark, I want to know more about Total Gut, just click on the little menu there. It will take you here. You can purchase, you can dive into it, you can read, you can get educated, and make sure you join the community. We have a live Wednesday night, 8 p.m. every Wednesday night. The Wellness Signal is going to premiere this week. You can get the link to that. There's things we shared about the tracker and the wellness guide is right in the guides in the community. Make sure that the community becomes your home. That's what we're doing right now. And as we think about tonight, it means the world to me that each and every you showed up. Where Rikki talked about that passion, I watched my dad, my best friend, become a shell of himself for 25 years. I'm a crier, as Rikki said. I just want to thank Jay Dhaliwal for this. I want to thank Anna Toker. I want to thank Dr. Bramwell. I want to thank you. I want to thank Rikki James for your passion. My brother, DJ Rancan. This is like the greatest night from the point of the difference we can make in the world. I will fight to my last breath so people don't have to suffer the way that I saw my dad suffer. I will fight to my last breath to see that people don't have to suffer the way my wife suffered. People are looking for real solutions, and it takes the fearless to lead that. That is why I partner with Super Pats. That's why I love my brother, Jay Dhaliwal. I want everyone to understand, make a stand for yourself. You never have to accept what people tell you your health is. You can rewrite your own history, and it starts with 1%. So as we wrap tonight, we want to thank all of you. We're going to wrap with the dance party right after our party thoughts from our fearless leader, the man who started this movement, Jay Dhaliwal.
Mark, man, you got me all teared up. Mark calls me sometimes and he tells me things that get me all messed up, and I'm a pretty tough cookie. I'm a big softy on the inside. So this is the thing, gang, and it's a creed and a credo that I live by. And no one's coming to save us, and no one's coming to stop us. End of story. We have to grab the standard. We have to grab the torch. We have to grab the flag, and we have to march up this hill. If not us, who? If not now, when? This is it. There is no tomorrow. There is no one's coming to do what we do. Like, just so we're clear, gang, no one is bringing drug-free health to the world but us. There's no B team here. There's no miners here. There's no somebody coming up. There's no cavalry coming. We're it. This is it. And we're going to win it together. We're going to run up the hill together. This is the hill. This is the mountain. This is it. I'm crazy enough to never quit. I think you know that already. Now I found another madman in Mark. I found another mad sister in Rikki and Nicole and Anna and the tens of thousands of you watching and listening tonight. It's all about us and our families and our friends, and to do it with integrity. Not to just empty words. I saw some, and we're going to talk about, I saw some people say in the comments, oh, what's different than all the million things on the planet? There's a million different things about us. One of them is that it's made by us, number one. Number two, it's been in development for the better part of 15 years with Mark and the last 3 years working with Anna. Number four is the clarity, the purity, the testing, the commitment to excellence, okay? Number five is this. Why are we doing this? Why we doing it is the most important thing. The intentionality of this, the energy of this, the ethos of this, the karma of this is what's going to take us to the promised land. So, gang, get on board, get on the train, get going.
Let's do it.
Where it's going? It's gone. Choo, choo, choo.
It's going.
Choo, choo, choo.
Train is on.
Choo, choo. Get on the train. Get on the train. Get on the train.
Yeah.
It's picking up
Jay,
speed. I'm not even messing around now, Mark. I'm serious.
No.
And
Jay, just wait.
Yet.
Just wait till we do our comparative analysis of some of those brands out there with our purity.
Yeah, it's coming. Bro. This is what we do.
So,
this is what we do. We punch them in the nose and say, well, you got some more, and we punch them again. Because that's how we roll. Yeah. There's no part-time crooks here, bro. We're legit OGs.
No,
let's go.
We are live, everyone. It's the official launch of Total Gut. We're going to do a 30-second dance party. We want to give DJ Rankin. DJ Rankin will be the MC of the Wellness Signal. He's going to be running that show with Jay and I. It's going to be power. So get ready for it. Thank you for showing up. Have a little excitement. Get your Total Gut on. Get your super patch on. Join the community. We're going to be in there every single day. DJ Rankin, thank you for showing up. Jay Dhaliwal, we love you, brother. Anna, Dr. Bramwell, Rikki. Make some noise in the chat. Get the emojis. 30 seconds of power. Take it, Rankin.
Let's do it.
Let's go, TG7 fam, Super Patch fam. There you have it. You heard Jay. They don't want us to run up that hill, but I see you. This train is chugging on up that hill. And if you on the train, I need you to say that you on the train. Say I'm on the train in the chat right now. It is game time. And if you are ready, we're ready too. We have the community. I think we have all found our people here in this chat, and we are excited right now. The official launch of TG7. Total Gut 7 is here, and we are all world changers, changing the world together 1% at a time. I want to thank you all for joining this. We will see you Wednesday at 8 p.m. for the first Wellness Signal. Get ready, fam. It's game time, and we're coming for you. Let's go.
Let's go. Make some noise. Come on.
Throw some love in the chat, fam. We will see you Wednesday. Come on.
Thank you, everyone. Let's go, Che. It's a wrap.